Welcome to the Terrible 2 podcast. I'm your host, Teddy, and this is
Lonnie.
Welcome to episode 10.
You're so cute.
You're
I was just
stupid.
copying you, and you didn't
When?
even notice when you first started, because you always introduce yourself like, "Welcome to the Terrible 2 podcast."
Oh, the mic's coming from the ceiling. Podcast. Guys, double digits. Okay?
Double digits.
Thank you for being here. I honestly did not think we'd make it this far. But I am extremely happy that you are still here watching us and that we're still hopefully giving you conversations to start with your partner, giving you talking points, giving you things to think about, to help deepen, your relationship with your partner, but also maybe your friends, maybe, other people. And we thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
Today's conversation starter, we're just going to dive right into it, okay?
Dive in.
We are talking about a little adult things, okay?
So, mother, go to the next episode.
Yeah, go to episode 12, 11.
12.
Sorry, I'm still getting over it. What? Go to episode 11 if you're,
Or go back
we're
to
talking about
10.
intercourse. Okay, physical intimacy. Knocking boots. Glazing yams.
Why does it keep going?
I'm sorry. Okay. So today's discussion is basically, is there a distinction between being F-buddies, cuddy buddies?
Cuddle buddies?
It's called them cuddle buddies, isn't it?
I don't.
Back in the day? Back in my day. Whoa.
Ooh. You make it seem like you're too generations. I wish we could.
And it's
We need to put
cuddy with two T's, not D.
a flashback of last episode where you said, you make it seem like 2 generations.
Yeah, I thought y'all were 2-3 generations ahead of you.
Anyways, F-buddies, is there a difference between having an F-buddy and a friends with benefits? That's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to let you start. Is there a difference between F-buddies and, it doesn't matter. And friends with benefits, is there a difference, or is it just like a naming convention, in our opinion?
Okay. So I think there is. But I do feel as though we've kind of like changed. And again, I'm gonna have to say my generation. Okay, I've been saying my generation quite a bit in the last few episodes. But I'm gonna say my generation, I think that we have kind of changed the name or direction of friends with benefits.
Okay.
Like, I think we now consider everything that isn't a relationship friends with benefits. Like, not dating. Of course, dating is separate and relationship is separate. But, like, anything that is just intercourse, we consider it friends with benefits. And for me, I don't think that's friends with benefits. Like, friends with benefits for me is friends with benefits. I think the benefits are intercourse, right? And I think the friends part is being actual friends. Like, I believe I said in the last episode about like your like older time, like that sounds so bad, but like
I don't even know what you mean.
but like 2000, like 10, 11, 12 maybe
What's that have to do
like
with me?
2014. Well, because you're old.
You were alive.
I know, but I'm saying your time. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But no, I'm saying like older time. Maybe like a decade ago. What I used to understand. I mean, I still was young, so my understanding of things are very weird. But from my understanding back then, it was literally like friends. Like, you text each other, hey, what you doing today? I want to go to the bar. Let's go to the bar. I want to go out. Let's go out. Can you go shopping with me? Can you do this with me? Like, you would have a genuine and authentic friendship. And then when you're ready to, do the do, you call them up, you text them and be like, hey, bestie, it's time. I thought, or at least from my understanding of what it was, that's what it was. It was legit a friendship with benefits, and the benefits were sexual intercourse. Like, that's my understanding of it. I didn't understand any of the other benefits. Like, I thought the benefit part was just strictly intercourse, and then you had the friendship, you know? And I feel like now I want to say that it has become a thing of just intercourse. Like, strictly just that. Like, it's like, okay, well, like a booty call. And mine, like, from, again, a decade ago, booty calls were just like, you call this person at a random time of night, and you're like, okay, come on. And I feel like that's what we are now. Like, we have, like, booty calls that we call friends with benefits. But I don't really think they're friends with benefits because, again, I have never had a friends with benefits. I don't know for a fact. I can't say. So I don't really know what it entails, you know, but from what I understood and the people that I've spoken to, and I did try to have friends with benefits. It didn't work out because here we are. So clearly I'm not good at it. What?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking about.
Nope.
I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, like, so that's what I understood is, now it's like booty calls. It's not serious like friends with benefits. From like friends that I've spoken to who are in friends with benefits, they tell me about like, yeah, we spoke him. Like, oh, he works at Kroger and I've gone to Kroger and I've seen him and he's given me a discount. And I'd be like, oh, okay, do you talk other than that? No. And so my thing is, I'm like, isn't that just a booty call? Like, isn't that just an F buddy? Like, isn't that just someone that you just F? And so my distinction between friends with benefits is you have a genuine friendship with this person and you both have mutual respect for each other. So you're like, okay, yes, we are friends, but we also have this thing that it doesn't go into anything stronger or develop into anything bigger. And F buddies is just that. It's just people who have intercourse from time to time.
Okay.
And I don't know, like, I don't know for a fact if any of them are any different from each other. But from my understanding, or at least what it used to be, is that it was different. There was originally a difference. There were, like, you used to be friends and you think, and now it has become just straight.
Jeez.
Like, it literally has just become sex. And because, okay, so from my understanding, like from friends that I've spoken to, and it's quite a bit, like I said, like at my age, it's more common for people to experience their sexuality.
Okay.
And I think I am pro, you know, I'm pro everything. So you do what you gotta do, right? Just be safe. Be safe when you do it. But so I hear a lot of stories and they don't do anything. Like, it's like, and even sometimes I hear, like, from my friends, they get annoyed at the guy because they talk to the guy. And so I'm guessing, like, from my understanding, from just heterosexual relationships, it's more, well, I don't have guy friends that well, so I can't even say. But from the girl's point of view, it's like, oh, well, I texted him how he's doing and stuff like that, and he gave me, like, a very, like, short, blunt answer, and it was just good. And they don't want to talk. And a lot of times, even when they go into the bedroom, it's like, let's do this, let's take our clothes off. And then by the time you're done, you're leaving. And for me, that's not, you know, like, for me, a friends with benefits, like, if I were to have friends with benefits by myself, like, I would say that, well, clearly it wouldn't be by myself, I hate you. But it would be a thing of, like, we do whatever, and we hang out. Like, let's play video games. Like, let's do things, like, and I don't, and, you know, like, going into the relationship thing, like, do they differ from relationships and stuff like that? It's like, it kind of gets into that sense of, like, okay, well, me hanging out with you and me doing all this, do we is that some form of relationship? Because some people do that, right? They hang out, they just don't have a title to it. Friends with benefits, they don't add that title of girlfriend and boyfriend, so it's like, oh well, we're not dating, but you're doing what relationship. So that's when it becomes a difficult situation of the differentiating between friends with benefits and relationship. But friends with benefits and F buddies, I think there's a clear difference. Yeah.
So, my turn. What? Okay, I'm just gonna walk past that.
Run.
So it's weird because I've never really considered that. I've never considered friends with benefits in any kind of way, but I'm clearly insane because I thought I didn't consider sex a part of the benefits. I just considered it an automatic thing, and the benefits,
What are the benefits?
were hanging out.
So what is the friends? What's the friends for?
I think, like, hold on, back up. Like, I was just like, you talk to somebody, you're like, oh, I want to be friends with benefits, and then the sex is part of the friendship, but then the benefits is hanging out outside, like doing things with the person. That's what I considered it as. I've never been in one either.
That is, I at least knew friends with benefits was friends.
I didn't think the benefit was the sex part. You said that, I was like,
you get it? Benefits.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess. See, when with friends with benefits, I thought the benefits was like loaning them money or
what? That's the friend part.
I don't loan my friends money.
You don't know your friends?
No.
You're trash. Garbage.
Anyways, yeah, I don't want to loaning them money. I don't.
What?
Doing
So
stuff.
what is the friend part?
Sex and regular friend stuff.
No. What? So what?
I don't know what regular friend stuff is. I really. It was like super friends.
Best
Where you have
friends.
friendship with sex, and then the benefits is like loaning money, and it's wingmanning.
It's only loaning money?
Wingmanning for your.
Then isn't that just a friend?
You know, again, I have never thought about it that deeply. Like, this is like
I
the
guess.
first deepness of this I've ever. You were like, if benefits is having sex, I was like, that sounds better. I was sitting here opening up my mind right now. So you know what? Sticking to the discussion.
Got it.
You were talking about F buddies and booty calls, and that is now currently called a sneaky link.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sneaky link behind a Walmart, you know, that kind of thing. Hey, they work at a Walmart. They got a job, dog, you know what I'm saying?
I guess.
And I do agree with you that the sneaky link is just you text somebody, they glaze your yams, you go home.
These glazing.
You know, and if I'm considering it as sex being the benefit, and the friendship part is the hanging out, the playing games, the going to the bars, etc., etc. Nah, you gotta have the benefits to get money. hey. So she can get money.
That's it.
No. Anyways, bottom line, don't ask me for money. But Jack Chris. So, I guess if you look at it in your way, now that you open my eyes, there's a clear distinction between a sneaky link and a friends with benefits. Clear. I think a sneaky link, a booty call, there's no friendship there. And you were talking about your friends wanting to text the people that they're letting do. And it seems like they're looking for the friends with benefits, whereas they ended up in a sneaky link.
And it's like, yeah.
And
but it's not sneaky. Isn't like sneaky link supposed to be like sneaky? Like nobody like isn't
do you broadcast your booty calls? Do people broadcast their booty calls?
You're right. Okay, that's true. But also, if somebody asked you about a booty call, you wouldn't be like, "Nah, she's not my booty call." But like in my head, sneaky links are sneaky for a reason. Like nobody knows. That's why you do it behind the parking lot. That's why you do it in hotel
Where
or
are you doing your
motel
booty
rooms.
call? In
In your
in
house.
public?
In your house.
You can bring Sneaky Link to your house.
Yeah, but isn't the whole point of a sneaky link to be sneaky? Like
Yeah,
it's
but-
a link that's sneaky. A booty call is just a booty call. Like you call somebody at 3 a.m. at night, and you're like, come over.
That could be a sneaky link.
Yes,
So okay,
but can
so
they
a
be
sneaky link
of the
could be a
same
booty
thing?
call, but a booty call doesn't have to
Can
be
it
a
be
sneaky
a
link.
sneaky link? Yeah.
Okay, so your mom can know your booty call,
Yes.
but in what capacity? Does she think he's your friend?
No, I don't know. I mean, you could tell her. You could be like, "That's my friend."
So your mom thinks, oh,
Now, depending on who you are with
right?
your mom,
I was
right?
like, how cool are you with your mom to be
do
like,
what you gotta do, right?
he's just coming in to drop off a load and he's
Yeah.
dipping. Crazy. Crazy. No, okay. So there's several levels to this.
we just wiped off one layer.
Yeah, okay. So we have Sneaky Link. They're sneaky for a reason. They could be ugly. I am deformed. I'm kidding. They're like a secret. So Sneaky Link is a secret booty call.
A sneaky link is a secret. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
A
sneaky
booty
link.
call is just somebody who comes and fixes your pipes and leaves. Or you go fix their pipe and you leave.
These analogies are
Okay.
so silly.
And then you have friends benefits where you guys hang out, do friends up all the time. And then the occasional box spring readjustment.
I think sneaky link is like your side chick, like right? Like
I don't think you have
That's
to
how
have
I
somebody
always
to have a sneaky link.
I don't
I
get
think
it.
single people
Maybe,
can have a sneaky link.
yeah. I guess it's if you don't find them attractive. Which my thing is, if you don't find somebody attractive,
Okay, there are other reasons to keep a
Don't.
person's secret.
what though? Like I would be hurt if somebody called me a sneaky link, a sneaky link. I don't know, because I'm like,
Like, why am I a secret?
yeah, why are they in secret?
I don't know
And
why.
like I feel like they're shady. Like the reason I would keep somebody a secret is one, if it's from like my mom is like overbearing and she's like, some weird thing.
You know
like
that.
Or like I'm not attracted to you or I'm embarrassed of you, which I think is a terrible thing. And you shouldn't be embarrassed to be with anybody, especially if you're having intercourse with them. So my thing is, what's the reason for a sneaky?
You know, you mentioned the parental issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're not supposed to be doing certain things before a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're under 18, you shouldn't have a sneaky link.
You shouldn't.
Okay,
Or friends with benefits or what do you call it? Nothing.
I'm married. I'm like,
Wait. You wait till you're over 18.
Yeah, okay, yes. Okay, you wait, and then you use protection. Okay, you use protection.
Be safe. Things
Because,
are out here.
Your sexual health is important. Okay,
It
we're
is
an advocate for condoms. We're an advocate for
I'm pro HOE, but I'm also very much pro protection, pro
I was
security.
just gonna use another acronym.
304?
You said HOE, and I thought you had something locked and loaded.
What?
It's anything. You just, I'm pro. What was it
HOE.
after that?
And I said, and then I'm pro protection.
I thought she had another acronym loaded.
Oh,
like trash.
pro HOE, and I'm pro
Stop.
abortion.
You pro HOA. I'd be like, whoa. There's the door.
Yeah, they keep security, right? They keep checking that.
We are an anti-HOA.
No, we very much are anti-HOA.
Sorry, she got my heart rate up. Okay.
I'm pro
Hey,
HOE,
If we
and
end
I'm
up
pro.
living in your HOA and you see this video, you.
I'm pro HOE, but I'm anti-STD.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
it already passed. The moment passed. So, close Spinoza. So, what we're saying is that, well, what you're saying and what I'm following is that there is a distinction between a booty call / sneaky link
Yes.
and a friends with benefits.
Yes.
And the benefit is sex, not hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Not loaning money. The benefit is not loaning money.
How does that blow away?
because then if that was the case, right, I would then question you. What are we like? Are we relationship but / friends with benefits? Because you loan me money. No, don't.
Okay,
don't roll my ear.
so a sneaky link / booty call. I don't know if I'll keep this long of a pause in the video, but what we're getting at is that there seems to be a distinction between booty call / sneaky link and friends with benefits, because there's no friendship attached to those.
Yeah.
It's just the benefit of not putting forth effort towards a relationship and getting the benefit, getting to do the yams, the action, you know. And I think that's one of the clear distinctions, you know, because I think once you start putting effort into, and I say effort, which is like, I guess past just speaking to the person, then you get into the other side, which is like relationship and friends with benefits. Okay, and so now I think it's time to talk about the differentiation between friends with benefits
And a
relationship. Okay.
I think it's like mental. I do. I think it's and I think, you know, I guess we can go back to like emotional maturity, like what you were saying, mentally, but I think it's a mental space that you're in. So it's a thing of like, I don't want to have a long-term relationship. I don't want to deal with the emotional aspect of what a relationship is. Because again, like a relationship doesn't just bring sexual intercourse. Some people are celibate within the relationship. So it doesn't have to have intercourse. It can literally just be that kind of friendship type of thing. However, relationship still takes some form of emotional intelligence and emotional respect for your partner. And so it's like a thing of like, in a friends with benefits, yes, I may be your friend and I care about you as a person, but I don't really have to hear about how you feel about something I did that like hurt your feelings in a way, you know? Like, yes, as like all of my friends know that if I mess up in my friendship, they can come talk to me. However, there is a different level of attention and like kind of devotion that I give my friends, and you know, that I give you. Like when you come to me and tell me that, I'm like, okay, well, I'm in a relationship with this person. I'm gonna be married to this person. I want to do anything in my power to fix this and things like that. And of course, it's the same for your friendship, but there's like a different level of priority that comes over my partner and my friend, right? And I think that's where it stems from. It's like, it's not only the emotions that they give you, but it's the type of emotion that they give you. Okay. So if it's like my friend coming, hey, Lonnie, you said something that hurt my feelings. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. What did I say? Let me make sure I didn't say it again. Whereas you come to me and be like, hey, you were talking to this person and that kind of made me jealous, you know? I wouldn't have that conversation with my friend. And there is times where I may fall into that conversation with a friend, and then I'm like, we're friends. You as a person don't really get to tell me who I should and shouldn't hang out with. Unless they've hurt your friend or they've done something to cross your friend. You shouldn't be hanging out with a person, but that's none of my business. You do what you gotta do. It wouldn't be me. But my partner, that's a completely different story. Because jealousy within my partner is not a sense of, it can go into a sense of control, but it's more of a sense of, this is how I felt. It kind of hurt me. And so I can go about, okay, what can I do differently? So it's not necessarily the thing of I'm going to stop talking to that person. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it's, what can I do that won't put you in that space again? Whereas my friend, I'm like, girl, you can't control the people that I talk to. And I'm not saying you can't care about your friends' feelings or anything like that, but there's a different level to a relationship and a friendship.
Okay.
And especially when it comes to intimacy and again, like love language and teaching somebody how to love you and stuff like that. I teach my friends how to love me all the time. But the thing with my friends and my relationship, my love language for my friends are definitely different than my love language with you. My friends, I love talking to them. But there's a majority of the time I need my own space. My social battery dies very quickly. Like even with my best friend, she knows, like she's like, okay, I talked to her Monday, I'll probably talk to her again Friday. With you, if I don't talk to you Tuesday after Monday, I'm like, where are you? Where did you go? And it's different. There's a different level, a different priority, a different emotional level that you have with your partner than you do your friends. And I think that's where the difference lies. It's how much one effort you put into that friendship or relationship, and then two, it's how much you're willing to take, accept, and receive from that person. So if with friends it might be like, okay, I don't have the mental capacity to deal with your problems today, and that's okay. I just want to put out there, I know this isn't what that episode is for, but if you are mentally not in the state to hear about your friend's problems, take a day off. You are not a bad person for needing that. With my partner, again, you're not a bad person for needing a break, but there's a piece of you that's going to want to push past that moment. And I think that's what happens with friends with benefits is you don't really have to try that hard. Because it's honestly, if you guys fall off and you're no longer friends, what's the loss? That you don't have someone to mess around with anymore? You still have other friends, so you didn't really lose anything except for
the cheats.
Intercourse. But with your partner, and especially somebody that you have a long-term relationship with, you're losing a lot. And I do think there is a sadness and a pull for friendships. You always want to make your friendship last, always. But when it comes to friends with benefits and a relationship, there's, again, priority, different levels to it. And definitely that, I think the biggest thing between them, the biggest difference is the emotional aspect of it. It's how much emotional, emotional energy you're willing to put in, and how much emotional anything from your person that you're willing to get. Okay, I don't want to keep hearing about how you're jealous about this guy or this girl that I'm seeing because we're not even together, And then the next thing, my last one is titles.
Okay.
I think that's for some people, they don't need a title. They'll go their entire life and they won't say anything. Oh, that's my girl, that's my man, that's it. No one asks anybody out. It's just, it is what it is, right? But I think the biggest thing is, title. And I think a lot of people are scared of that title. We can even go deeper and say commitment. And there's a different level, like I was saying before, there's a different level of everything that you put into a relationship than you do a friendship. So a different level of commitment that you have to put into that relationship than you do a friendship. Friends with benefits, you don't have to stick to that friends with benefits. You can be a person who loves monogamous relationships and still have multiple partners when it comes to friends with benefits. However, when it comes to your relationship as a monogamous person, you want to have that person to yourself and only yourself. Whereas that other person, you don't have to. And that's where titles and that commitment aspect comes in, is if I don't have a title to my name, if I'm not your girlfriend, then I can have multiple partners. Now, if we're girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, you are not allowed to have anybody else. I am not allowed to have anybody else. And I think that's the differentiation, titles, names, commitment, levels. And it's all, I think they're all about levels.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
I'll let you speak.
I said,
I'll
not to
let you speak. I allowed you. So I'm inclined to agree with a majority of what you said, honestly. I think it does, there are a few differentiations between friends with benefits in a relationship. Again, I have a lot to consider today. Considering that the benefit is sex and then friendship.
He You went
Because-
in with a different thing. Different.
Yeah.
You were gonna say everything different.
Well, as I was like, man,
If I loan you money, we in a relationship.
but seeing that because I was like, to me, a relationship is just two. Well, okay, what's it? Friends
Yes.
hanging out that have sex, and then well,
A relationship?
Yeah. Hold on. That care about each other.
Yeah.
You know, more than to the point where, okay, so family is important to me, right? So I was thinking it's a person that you're friends with, that you have physical intimacy with, that you care about like you care about family. Because a majority of the time, from my perspective, people care more about their family than their friends. So then you move that friend into the caring of like a family position kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what that's what I thought a relationship was. Like that's what I thought the differentiation from a relationship to a friends with benefits was. But after all that was said tonight, I've never been one to really cling to titles like that.
Yeah.
I remember asking you to be my girlfriend. You know, after spending time together, because you know it was kind of like you just end up together.
That one
you know?
other question was lingering over your
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know it's good, I guess, to create your boundaries and create because otherwise everybody's wondering. Everybody's like, oh, are you guys committed? Are you guys monogamous? Are you da da da? Oh, we're not even together.
Yeah, I know.
We're just smashing.
Yeah.
You know?
Glazed buns.
Yams.
Oh.
You've had glazed buns before?
Yes, actually.
What are glazed buns?
Hawaiian rolls. And any bun.
That's butter.
That's glazed.
You can say they can butter your buns.
Yeah,
You-
it's glazed.
Glazed yams.
It's glazed.
No.
Butter's glazed.
No, glazed yam. Glaze the yams, okay?
What's glazed yams? Candied yams?
Basically.
Then why did you say candied yams?
Because they're glazed.
See, glazed buns.
It's sugar. See? Like you can say
You can put some
glaze
sugar.
the donuts.
Hawaiian roll.
It's not
Hawaiian
sugar.
roll got sweetness on it. It's got like honey on the top. That's glazed.
Isn't that butter?
I don't think
Maybe
so.
cinnamon butter. Anyways.
Wow.
You know, you never. I don't think you ever have to ask your friends with benefits. Will you be my friends with benefits?
Right, that's true. I mean, actually,
Justin
I
Timberlake
think
and
you
Mila
might-
Kunis. That movie was terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you might have to ask them to be your friends with benefits.
I think so.
So there's no.
Because I think that again we get into that distinction of friends with benefits and booty call and sneaky link. Because if they're like, oh, we're just doing it, when you try to call them to go hang out, they're gonna be like, no, that seems very intimate to me. Like that seems past just being intimate. So if you ask them, hey, can we be friends with benefits? And I mean actual friends with benefits, we have friendship and then we have the benefits.
So are you saying that's not
of
a
loaning
distinction?
money. What?
That both a relationship and a friends with benefits ask for a title?
But I was saying title is in like
Be specific,
girlfriend
yeah.
and boyfriend.
I'm just being that guy. But no, yeah, no, don't run away. But okay, so
from the truth.
getting an official title of boyfriend girlfriend moves you from friends with benefits into the next level. Caring about the person on a higher level, like you said. Your friends can be like, come to you like, oh, this hurt my feelings, and you'll be like, yeah. But if I come to you like, this hurt my feelings, you'll be like, oh no, like how can I? You know? And I think that is true. That they hold a higher position in your I want this to work mentality.
Yeah.
So I agree with you there. And I think it seems like a thin line. It seems like 2 to 3, 4 thin lines, but the lines are thick. It's not just a simple hop over. It has to be deliberate. It has to be, I want to be your boyfriend and I want you to be my girlfriend. I care about you more than just a friend. I care about you enough to do this, do that. Some people in relationships give up kidneys. They give up blood, you know?
Even in friendships.
I won't loan money to. Anyways, it's not smart. The point. You're right. You know, your friendship can be deep enough without the benefits part that you do these things for a person. So then, a random question:
Yeah.
if you have such a deep friendship with a person, what would happen if you try to add benefits to it? Would it
I
just-
think like that's why I kind of like say levels, because I think there is I honestly think there's a different level of friends with benefits to friends. Like, well, depending on what friend you are. Because, you know, there's like acquaintances. Those are like, you're like, oh yeah, we're friends, but not really. Like,
Yeah, I
you
see
say
you at
acquaintances
church.
to everybody
Yeah.
else. There is other friends where you're like, we talk every like 3 months. I check on you. We may go hang out at coffee, and but then it takes another 3 to 6 months for us to talk. And then there's like your best friend, or the ones that are closest to you, that you're like, yeah, if you needed a kidney, I'd probably give you my kidney, like something like that. And I don't think those would work out well with benefits,
Okay.
because there is so much caring and emotion there that when it comes to that benefit part, you then fall in like the reason I said like if you lose them it's not that much of a loss is because that friendship is very minimal. Whereas if you have like a best friend or a close friend and something pops up, you'd hate, like, yes, we can, okay, let's stop the intercourse right here, but it'd be awkward after, and you'd most likely hate losing that friendship, and you'd fight hard, and that's when it comes in the line of like, okay, your relationship and stuff like that, and it becomes difficult to kind of start setting boundaries when you are so deep in that friendship.
Okay.
At least I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I asked you that.
Neither of us know. We're just. But what were
I
you
think.
gonna say, so?
Yeah, no, I don't remember. But I think at that time I was thinking about the fact that there might be a level of care during the intercourse,
Yeah.
during your relationship, that might differ from with a friends with benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like an aftercare kind of thing. I think that a relationship might have more emotions with their intercourse. That I know when I talked about a best friend adding benefits, it would just be kind of like a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that there's so much care outside of the benefit, that if you added benefits, that it would just carry into it.
Probably.
Yeah, and that I agree with you. That it probably would not work.
But I mean, there is friends with benefit type situations where there is aftercare. Like, let's say like DOMs and subs and stuff like that, where it's strictly just kind of like.
But that's not really care though. That's like I'm making sure you're okay.
Yeah, but there are DOMs that genuinely take care of their subs. So they feed them, they like wash them up, they take care of their subs, but that's it.
But that's
Like,
I feel like I want to make the distinction between taking care of and caring for.
and caring for. So what? Okay, let's.
So you say the Dom washes, feeds, take so they're
A caregiver.
they're taking care of them. It's like
No.
yeah, I'm not gonna say.
No.
And then caring for is deeper than just making
So
sure
like
the person's
emotional
yes, it's
connection,
like
like
how's your mental doing? Are you depressed or not today? Are you feeling okay today?
So can friends have that?
Friends with benefits or just friends?
Yes, friends with benefits. So like, because like the friend aspect of the benefits, can friends have, because let's say that we
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, okay. Because I was gonna say, like, in the beginning, we tried. We didn't try. We tried. Friends with benefits. In that beginning, we were friends initially. Like, we were friends, and we were good friends, like best friends. And so there was a level of care there for you. And I wonder if that's what created the run into a relationship. Because, like, it wasn't just a level of, like, yeah, that's my bud. but we're good with, you know, everything else. I'm fine seeing you with somebody else. There was a level of such deep care for you as a person, and I knew you as a person, like past just that friendship line. It became a thing of like, you know, you then start like getting, and you're just like, no, I kind of really like him. Like, it's not just like a level of, oh, I care for him. It's like I care about him, and I want to continue to care about him. So like, does that line kind of put you into a state of relationship when you start caring for? Benefit. Leave the benefit.
I think friends are allowed to care for you, without it being in a relationship. Care for. I think. That's crazy. Interesting. No, I think friends are allowed to care for you. I think friends are allowed to check up on you, make sure you're physically, mentally, emotionally okay, make sure you're spiritually okay, like wish you the best, want the best for you. I think friends are allowed to do that. And they can care about your love language. But as you said, your love language and a relationship and a friendship are different. And so I think that a friend can never care for you as to such an extent as a partner level.
I agree.
I think if it gets to that level, somebody likes somebody else.
I agree.
Yeah. And then get into crazy. But yeah, so I'm thinking that friends can care for you to an extent that
I wanna make a distinction. I think you can care about your friend just as much as your partner cares, or you care about your partner. I do. I think there can be on the same, but I don't think it's the same type of care. And I think that's what creates that like differentiation, right? Because my best friend, if she were to do some dumb thing and try to leave, I would punch her in her throat, you know, and she knows that. She knows that.
Okay.
But like on a serious level, I care about my best friend deeply, and I also have my closer friend, and she's like a platonic soul. I care about them deeply, and I do, and you won't find me putting in much energy for anybody else. Like there's friends that can be like, I'm mad at you, and try to walk out and be like, bye, you know. But those two, I'm like, no, you know. But how, and again, I would chase you if you were trying to leave. But the way that I would feel and the energy that I would put into keeping them and keeping you are completely different. So it's like, I would do the same thing for you both. And it's like, I care about them just as much as I care about you. But there's a level of my care for you, right? Like, I'd try to fight them and be like, no, like stuff like this. And if they're like, seriously, I'm done with hanging, at some point I give up. When it comes to you, there's just a bit more fight that I put in. And
just a bit? Oh,
I hate you.
Oh, okay. I don't get the punch to the throat.
Not the hand push. But like, but like, there's like I don't want to say, it's just a different type of love that I have for you than I have for them. Like, it's like my sisters are above, again, my friends, and I hold you guys to the same level, but there's a different type of love for you than I have for them. And I think that's what creates that difference, is not necessarily how much you care about a friend, because you really may care about a friend. Like I believe that a best friend breakup is just as bad as a normal breakup. But again, it's that type of love that you have for your partner that kind of solidifies that relationship. And that's when I knew that, okay, we're past friends with benefits. I really like this guy. Like, I'm falling for this guy. Because it was yes, I care for him. I care about you. After I was like, are you okay? Or how's your mental? Like anything that went on. But then it became a space of, okay, I care about his mental, but I care about it in a different way than I originally did.
Okay.
So that's just what I want to say. I don't know if that is the case. Maybe I'm just crazy.
I feel like
But-
we might be opening up somebody's eyes that their friends with
Maybe.
benefits is definitely their boyfriend or girlfriend. They're like, oh, we're dating.
Wow.
Oh my! Like I would not want to lose. This person's not going anywhere.
I know that is so crazy. If someone was having a friends with benefits right now and they were like, "This is weird feeling. Like I feel like friends, but something's different." And
Every time I see them
we're,
talking to somebody else, I'm like,
there's a bit of like, ew. You know, like it's not necessarily like it doesn't start off as jealous. It's not jealousy right away. It's not a thing of like, I can't picture him being with anybody else. But it's because there was a piece of me where I'm like, go ahead, do what you want to do. But then there's the other piece of me is like, is he gonna text me today? Like, you know, like it and that's what kind of started differentiating that feeling of, okay, I have a friend, and then there's this guy who is my friend, but I don't really feel like that other friend.
okay.
I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, like.
Not in opening
Very-
your eyes.
Yeah, I know.
We're talking about
I have learned
we're still
a
learning
lot
about
today,
benefits,
okay?
loading money,
Like IRAs, Roths.
HOA,
Oh man.
anti-HOA.
I think, you know, it's just the distinction is there. You have to know kind of like personally where your level of care difference is.
Yeah, I agree.
Because somebody might care for their friends or benefits like a family.
Like
It's like-
that's true, and if you like, my thing is if you're able to do that,
and not be in a
and
relationship.
not be in a
with them.
relationship, good on you. I would say honestly, if there is a level of like care about them that you've had previously for like relationships, and this is just to kind of open some people's eyes maybe, that you've had for other past relationships, you may want to take a dive into like polyamory and stuff like that, and just see if you're a polyamorous person, because you may be that person that genuinely doesn't get jealous and you're okay with your partner having other partners and you being with other people, but you do like them like a relationship would, you know? And so I would say take a dive into that if that is the case. But if you're genuinely like, nah, he's just a good friend, I really care about him, but that's about it, and you can distinguish your feelings for him versus your feelings for a guy that you genuinely do like, then I mean, good on you. I couldn't do it. Trying to leave out emotions was stupidly hard.
It is tough. It takes what I think is some emotional understanding or intelligence, but maybe it's the opposite. So
Who knows? It's probably that.
Who knows? But no, I'm glad I got to have my eyes open and learn that the benefits is the cheeks and the friendship is the friendship. You know.
The benefits is the cheeks.
I definitely need to hang out with my friends more.
Yeah.
Still not loaning them money.
Fair.
loaning
You
them
know
money.
what? Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't need to loan
No,
friends
no.
money.
Mm-mm.
If you don't know them very well and you don't trust them very well, don't loan your friend money.
And the distinction. I was gonna say, what's the distinction between a marriage and a relationship? It's a paper. It's a piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper. Yeah. You
Divorce
Can
and- I'm
go, you
kidding.
can go deeper into like vows to God and stuff like that, and fully firmly believe it. But at the end of the day, like law of the land type of thing, it's a piece of paper.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Axel?
I don't think so. I think we hit all of them. I forgot about Sneaky Link.
Let me get
in
the hiccup right at the end.
I think that it's at the end of the day, we hit.
If you're not
we hit all
proud
the
of your
targets.
sneaky link, why?
What are you doing?
What's stopping you?
And why is your like, unless you're sneaky, No, because I don't promote cheating, so I don't know. I don't really get the point of sneaky links. You comment. I don't judge. We
there's
really,
no judgment here.
We really don't judge.
Explain
so explain
what
to
a
me.
sneaky link is to you, or explain what your sneaky link is to you.
Yeah.
Like maybe there's a.
Are you embarrassed of that person, and why are you embarrassed of that person? Is it like a family thing? Is it a mental thing?
That's what you meant by family.
What?
I was like, please don't admit to certain things in our comments. Don't do that.
We don't judge students, right? We don't judge
That's
students.
that's against the law.
It is against the law.
Yeah, so
it is against the law.
don't admit to a crime
Yeah.
in the comments.
But no,
Please.
like, is it a family? Like, you think your family's gonna judge? Like, is it like two different religions, two different cultures? Like, is it something like that?
Races.
Two different races too. Is it? Is it?
Actually, pushing that in a different angle with the look. Interesting.
What?
Good. Doesn't matter. Really.
I was probably thinking what you were thinking.
We'll talk about it off camera.
But
we'll be in the comments.
Like, you just what is your sneaky link, and why are they your sneaky link? And if you don't have one, have you had one in the past? And again, what do you think sneaky link is? What do you think it means? What creates a sneaky link? What requirements does someone have to meet in order to be a sneaky linkist?
Wow, how do they get promoted to booty call?
And how does a booty call
get promoted
to
friends with benefits?
And how does a friend with benefits get promoted to relationship? What is your take on this? We want to know.
We do.
Why are you
like
confused?
I look like we.
What? What is this podcast?
You know what? We would like
just
to know.
me?
Thank you for tuning in. We had an eventful discussion.
It was.
Lots of learning, lots of distinction, and lines drawn in the sand. Just I hope you guys are having fun with your links and with us.
With your links, your calls, and your loaning them to friends.
Give me my money. Thank you, Lonnie, for joining me on this discussion today.
Thank you, Teddy, for having me.
Every time. Before I have a cough.
Did you just gag?
Look what you did.
I'm sorry.
We're going to cut it here. I'm still healing, so thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.